The thirsty man suddenly looked at the seawater. He slowly reached down, and the cool, light touch made him unconsciously scoop it up. But he didn't dare to drink, because even a single sip would instantly drain all the water from his brain. The three of them sank into deep despair. No food, no water, and they had no idea how many days they would drift on the sea. Just then, the captain suddenly let out a scream. The other two immediately turned around, thinking the captain had finally gone mad from the torment. But unexpectedly, the captain pulled a pencil out of his pocket. With this pencil, the captain came up with a bold idea. He quickly drew a sea chart from memory. First, he drew longitude and latitude lines on a life jacket. Then, he marked nearby islands with black circles. After that, he sketched out a route, estimating their current position based on the 3-knot wind speed. If they were lucky, drifting southwest would soon bring them to a nearby island. The three finally showed long-lost smiles. Although hope for survival appeared, how could they control the wind to keep blowing in one direction? The weather at sea was unpredictable. The captain thought for a moment and came up with a plan. He untied the nylon rope from the lifeboat's relief valve and used the life jacket to make a simple sea anchor. With this anchor, they could avoid being blown off course. If everything went well and they followed the right route, they could reach land in about 7 days. With the hope of survival, the three laughed like children. But the feeling of dry mouth was unbearable, so they began to pray for rain. By midnight, it seemed the sky heard their prayers, as heavy rain really began to fall. The three were overjoyed and hurriedly used every tool to collect the water, afraid of losing even a drop. Then they opened their mouths wide, greedily drinking it down. This was their first taste of fresh water in 3 days. With water, they finally regained a bit of strength. But the problem of food still remained. Tom had been fishing for a week, yet no fish had taken the bait. The fish swam around the hook, as if mocking him, but never bit. The more Tom thought about it, the angrier he became. He pulled out a small knife and stabbed furiously into the water. But the next second, he pierced the lifeboat, making the captain scold him in anger. At that very moment, the knife suddenly pulled with great force. Jack then realized he hadn't pierced the lifeboat at all. And in the next second, to their shock, he hauled up a shark.